Chico. What are you doing?
I've grown accustomed to finding Chico in positions that make no sense at all. Sometimes he's sprawled across the floor with his paws in the air, as if he forgot that gravity exists. Other days, he stands in the middle of the room, tilted slightly to one side, looking at me like everything is perfectly normal. That's when I began to notice his unpredictable energy, his own unique way of moving through the world. When he first came home as a puppy, it was as though he didn't have an off switch. He dashed from room to room, leaped onto the couch, flipped the cushions, and hardly slowed down enough to sleep. I remember walking in one day to find the blinds completely shredded and the floor scattered with tiny fragments. There he stood in the center of the mess, wearing an innocent expression, though the dust on his nose revealed exactly what had happened. Yet the moment I approached, he melted into the pile of stuffing on the floor as if it were the coziest bed imaginable. For a long time, we talked about bringing more dogs into our home, but it seemed Chico needed time to grow up first. Still, every day with him offered something unexpected, an intense inspection of the vacuum cleaner, a determined tug of war with whichever pillow he discovered, or a sudden pause to roll onto his back, like the whirlwind from seconds before had briefly disappeared. When Sadie joined us, the atmosphere shifted into a new rhythm. Chico remained energetic, but something softened whenever they were together. Their first meeting was simple, a curious sniff, a small circle, and before long they were chasing a ball. Soon after, I found them lying side by side, their breathing nearly synchronized. There was something both strange and beautiful about how naturally he relaxed near her. Carla entered our lives in much the same way. After seeing a post online, I contacted the rescue, and when she arrived, it felt like watching the same gentle pattern unfold again. Chico approached first, then Sadie, and before long, the three of them shared the space effortlessly. Often, I notice how they create a quiet triangle, each settled in their own spot, yet always aware of the others. As time passed, I began to recognize subtle changes in him. That vibrant energy is still part of who Chico is, but now there are moments when he slows down with a calmness I never saw before. Sometimes during play, he's the first to ease the pace, offering a silent signal that it's time to settle. Throughout our daily life, this sense of balance appears again and again, a gentle contrast to the puppy who once seemed incapable of stopping. Watching that evolution has been one of the most peaceful parts of our life together. It hasn't been a dramatic shift. Instead, it feels like watching a dog who once lived at full volume gradually discover where that intensity belongs. In that space, he has become the older brother, guiding without urgency, playing without excess, and resting whenever the moment calls for stillness. The truth is, giving Chico companions helped bring order not only to his world, but to ours as well. Many days I see the same dog who once tore through the blinds now stretched out beside the others, wrapped in a calm that once seemed distant, but somehow always within reach. This is where everything aligns. He is still the lovable whirlwind he has always been, now simply with room to be peaceful too.